Hey guys, welcome to the channel. My name's Chris. I'm doing this review for Geeks 4x4 for my buddy Bryce. So today we're going to be talking about wiring. I hate wiring. Now, there's systems out there, Spod, Power Source, that make it simple. But if you're like me, you don't want to spend that much money. We're doing a review today on this universal 6-gang on-off switch panel system. It is definitely the cheaper option. I think it ran me about $105 through Amazon. We'll put a link down below and on the website. So with that, this was going to be an open box, but I jumped the gun and installed it. So here's the open box for you. A little bit of foam and nothing. With that, let's cut out to the truck. All right, guys, so here we are at the Tacoma. This is my truck. So I mounted the main box right here above the relay and fuse box for the 2017 third gen Tacomas. Pop this open real quick. All of our relays, and it's fused. Then there were a couple other people that said right down in there is a temperature isolator, if I remember correctly. Basically, if it gets too hot, it's going to melt and it'll cut off the power and keep it contained to this before it goes further. So I hooked mine up, mounted it right there behind the battery, close to the firewall as I could get with the amount of room I had. Here we have the main power line for the switch system. Then the 12 volt accessory line, you're supposed to tap it into something that turns on with the car, so like your cigarette lighter or whatever. I was too lazy to do that, so I just buttoned mine straight to the battery. Now that just makes it stay on all the time. Oops, there we go. And yeah, so moving into the cab. The truck is filthy. Here is the actual switch unit. It's not bad. You can kind of see the changing color. Green means that it's off, yellow means that it's on. And then yeah, I mounted mine right here. I mean, it comes with a little bracket. You could put it up here on the dash and it'll actually kind of stand up. But that, for my application, I wanted it low. I wanted it looking relatively clean. For those of you that know me, you know that's normally not my my MO when it comes to putting switches in, but hey, it works. And that's part of the reason I got this. I mean, it made it super, super clean. Here is the manual for it. Not much of an instruction manual. Very, very basic. As you can see, they advertise that it can help run your rear lockers, backup lights, bumper lights, light bar, etc. Whatever you guys need. Flip that open. So that's the little bracket system that they include with it. Now, I did have a problem with, in here, you see the screws that go into the back of the switch are pointed, and the holes that are in the back of the switch panel, they are not threaded. You got to cut into those yourself with a screwdriver and dig them in. The screws that they sent did not have the point on it, so it was dang near impossible to get those started without having to re-drill a hole, and I didn't want to put a drill in there and go through the circuit board that's in the switch panel. So I had to take a trip down to the hardware store, get some new screws and stuff, and I got it working. But I mean, that's just something that they could do better on with packing their boxes. I mean, as far as I'm concerned, this is still pretty new. New in the regards of the cheap alternative. I know that's something that the big name brands probably wouldn't do. Spod, Power Source, those guys. I think you kind of get what you pay for, but paying a little extra to go get some screws didn't hurt nobody. They send a schematic of how to wire it. As you can tell, It was the accessory line below the battery positive line. That's the one. I just connected those two together straight to the battery, and that's what makes my switches stay on all the time, even when the truck is off. I'm not too worried about it. They're just little LEDs in there. They're not gonna drain my entire battery, and nothing detrimental has happened so far. Actually, nothing at all has happened so far in the time that it's been on there. They give a little information of how much the system can handle by itself, and just a little list of what's included in the box. The one thing is the labels are stickers, and they are perfectly cut to fit on there. But honestly, I think out of a 5-star review, I think I would give this probably a 4 stars, and that's mainly just because I had to go to the hardware store a couple times and get some little things that should have been included and should have been addressed. But I think overall there's a good chance that this is going to be super helpful for a lot of people who don't want to go out and spend the money for a Spod unit or power source. I mean, this was about 105, 110 bucks. And I believe they're even doing an Amazon coupon right now for them, where it gets you like 10 to 15 bucks off. So it might even be cheaper as it comes up. But yeah, and then, oh, I forgot to cover this. You got the 6 line outs right here. You just hook your live wire for your lights into there, crimp it down, put a little heat shrink on it, and call it good. And then you ground out wherever else for your lights, and on and off it goes. And I tested all these the other day with a little voltmeter. They all worked fine, and they're all pushing the 12 volt current. So yeah.